Way down. Test, 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 test. Someone acknowledge me. Way Notice down. Me, senpai. Test, 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 test. I got a bit of an echo there, but... Alright, yeah, I think I was talking with my mic muted again. Looks like Mimi and shinGraywords have already initiated the countdown, so we should see them take off in just a moment. Very exciting. I've just made it just in time. Alright. Just about 1 second apart. It actually looks like a slow start by Shin. He must not have known that the timer would start right when the countdown ended in the Speedruns Live window. Let me get some background Spelunky music for you guys so it won't be just a monotone guy talking the whole time. Spelunky music! Spelunky HD music! Alright, we don't want that. We're in the mines. Alright, so this is another matchup from the Group of Death, Group I. Very dangerous runners. I think both of them are playing for elimination status, if I'm not mistaken. So very big race here. I think Twiggle's got to win on both of them. So yeah, this is each runner's last chance. Unbelievable. Well, possibly due to the added pressure, Shin misses one of the bombs in the mine. No problem, he's able to go back to the shopkeeper, buy a mine, and only be about a couple, maybe 5 seconds behind Mimi entering the first split. Very impressive tutorial by Mimi though. Very well practiced. What are we gonna get? So who's everyone in chat cheering for? Do we have any personal interests? Is anyone hoping that the other one's gonna lose for any reason? I think Denny is the pot D runner who's hoping that someone goes down. Not sure who. I just got out of a really depressing score run. I had a couple of spider levels just in the jungle, but just ran out of resources. Didn't get the Ujat until 1-4, but it was still going to be probably about 450 exiting the mines. Oh well. And yeah, nothing to report so far. Looks like both runners are moving through pretty comfortably. Mike has just a tiny lead over Shin, but nothing that outlandish so far. Shin's down to 2 HP, which is probably the bigger concern for him. Not that he's down 1 level, but any arrow trap can knock him off and make him 4 or 5 levels behind instead of 1. Gets a nice snake pit level, just straight down. Again, has to go a little bit slower than usual because of his HP situation, but he's able to do it, and again, just about a full level behind Mike, plus the time it takes to reset. Mike is, of course, on the rope split. And as a bonus, he found a crate with 3 extra ropes. So he really should be spamming them right now, just to show the world how many ropes he has, how rich he is. Alright, the first thing I've seen, Link will be cheering for Mike for purely fantasy reasons. Stewoid seems to think that Mike is better than Shin, or he prefers Mimi to Shin. Not clear. Alright, so we're all rooting for Denny, that's the bottom line. So we want Denny to beat Twig, and it doesn't really matter who wins in this race. Let's see, 1-3. Shin is still just 1 level behind Mike. As Mike finishes the 1 rope split, he's going to go back to the start and try to grab 10,000 gold. No deaths so far, no chaos, just some clean running by each player. A little bit cautious in the mine stages. None of these times are really blowing me away, but good for them to not be losing any time, really. Yeah, these are solid times, just not impressive like these runners are capable of. Much slower than Patches went in our race against each other, but that's the last I'm allowed to mention that. Still nothing much to report. Shin continues to go at a little slower than Mimi, but the real story is Mimi just had about a 5-6 second start, and he's never given that up. But there is a slight pacing difference as well. Not clear if it's due to how aggressive Mike is taking it or how easy the levels are. But yeah, again, nothing much to report. Mimi makes it through, gets to the end of 1-4, but is a couple of dollars short. Uses a bomb, and that'll be enough gold to complete the 10,000 gold split. Let's see if he's able to continue and just go straight through the 2 bomb split. Yep, so this will save him a couple seconds if he's able to make it all the way down. It's just 1 resource short, but some extra HP to make up for that potentially. Meanwhile, Shin at 1 HP manages his way out of the mines with 10,000 gold, and he will reset because he was on 1 HP. Very small time penalty, but it's gonna feel like it's a little bit worse because he also is gonna have to go to the menu and manually find the jungle shortcut. So probably about a stage and a half behind at this point, I would say. Let's see how this 2 bomb split goes. Mimi's taking his first damage. Made it to 2-3. And being very cautious with the boomerang guy, but he does manage to whip him out of commission and should be able to make it to the exit okay. 1 more stage and he'll be able to deliver those 2 bombs. Let's see how Shin's doing. Also on 2-3, so he's really blazing through these levels. Nice little catch up by him. Again, he's also already entered through the jungle shortcut, so that actually gives him a couple extra seconds ahead of Mimi, as they'll be going into the 2 rope splits soon. So this is tightened. Pretty impressive for Shin on this. Looking like it could be just a 1-minute jungle without using too many resources. Yep, and he makes it out safely, so we're essentially neck and neck here. Again, Mike's going to take a couple seconds getting to that shortcut, but Shin's already done that. Very nice. Syncing up on the 2 rope splits. In fact, it was just enough that Shin has maybe a 2-second lead at this point. Just very safe, very solid runs by each runner so far. Still have the mines music on. Let's switch to the jungle. Yay! Cemetery music? How about this? Alright, first real incident of the race so far. Mimi gets eaten by a man trap. Very tough enemy. They're so easy to see, which makes it makes you, when you're jumping down, makes you want to just jump on their heads, but Mantrap's gonna win 10 out of 10 times in that situation. But I've been lured like that several times. No harm done. Alright, Mimi is also getting caught behind a blue frog. Just a mechanics tip for anyone who isn't in this race. If you get within, let's say, 3 tiles of a frog and sort of run back and forth from 3 to 5 tiles, that's actually going to trigger the blue frog to jump at you rather than shooting a mini blue frog at you. So Mimi doesn't know that, shoots a bomb at him. Might be faster, not sure. He might be familiar with the mechanic as well. So what do we have here? Shin is now on the first of the very iffy splits on the shotgun split. 2-1 doesn't look very promising. A couple of crates, but but nothing resembling a shotgun so far. He's going to need a shop or a day's restless level probably. Or in desperation, he's going to need a vault. Meanwhile, Mimi is finishing up this with just one rope to spare. He has bombs to spare, however, and actually makes a nice little shortcut for himself there. Keeps himself safe in the process. Definitely approve of that strategy. Let's see if his luck with a shotgun is better than Shin's. Shin is now on 2-3 and has yet to see anything resembling a shotgun. Mimi gets a 2-1 Dead as Restless level. And can he find the very important Ash Grave? He does. So not only is he going to have a shotgun out of the way, but he's going to have no aggro going through the remainder of this section. So even though he's a couple levels behind, I'd say because Shin hasn't yet found a shotgun, that he's got a little bit of an advantage here. Or I'd favor him at this point. Not seeing any vaults for Shin either, but one more screen or so and we'll have to reset. Let's see if he gets lucky here. It looks like a vault, so very tough to rob, but if he uses 3 bombs, maybe 2 or 3 bombs, he'll be able to get a shotgun. The question is whether the shopkeeper will still be alive in the process. It looks like Shin forgot that he has a mitt from earlier in this course, and the first bomb goes sailing. He does manage to unlock the shopkeeper, but second question is whether he's going to be able to get the shotgun from his corpse. And he plays it safe off screen, grabs a shotgun, and delivers it. Very clutch vault completion for the shotgun split for Shin. And I definitely don't blame him for forgetting about a mid in a low percent like scenario there. Luckily he hadn't used up any of his bombs before that. Alright, so Mimi is also going to be able to make it through the shotgun split without any deaths or any resets. Very nice. Small note on Mimi, he actually continues through to the bomb split, even though he's short 2 ropes and 3 bombs. Pretty risky strategy, but maybe he'll get lucky like Patches and grab some extra resources on the way to his triple bomb delivery. Sorry. That's the last mention of P-God. P-God Jr. is what we'll call him. Shin is taking it slow, he sees the exit, and uses a mine to shorten his path down there. So he's now just one level ahead of Mike, but Mike also sees the exit, so about half a level lead for shinGraywords right here. Again, since since Shin went to the lobby to get the shortcut, he is in effect maybe 5 seconds ahead, even if they were to both finish at the same time. And Shin manages to find the exit. Pretty tricky level layout there. He was pretty smart to take it slow and not panic too much. Meanwhile, Mike he's found the exit and he's made it through. Both runners have to reset, and again, about 10-second lead for shinGraywords. Very exciting race so far. That unfortunate death by Shin is going to make it so we're almost effectively tied. Shin taking advantage of his extra couple of ropes, and yeah, again, couple of very small time losses due to deaths for both runners so far, but nothing that's really translated into a large lead. I think we've seen a lead of maybe a stage and a half so far, but it's never gone too much farther than that. Alright, 3-2 for Mike. Shin is going really fast, not really looking down, but maybe he feels the pressure that he's died a couple times, but he should know that they weren't that costly of deaths. So Alright. The exit's 3-3. Mike, on the other hand, is still looking for the 3-3 exit. Finds it, but it's guarded by an evil mammoth. Makes his way out. Very good. Again, taking safe exits to deliver these items. Shin sees a pretty safe path to the 3-4 exit as well. So he's able to finish it and moves on to the gold split, or the gold key split. Just about, let's say, 10 seconds faster than Mike. Maybe 12 seconds. Yeah, it's effectively neck and neck. This could come down to a better key placement. Who's able to deliver it on the first attempt, who gets some mobility, who gets a compass, who gets a jetpack, who finds a key along the way. Very subtle differences could be what results in a win for these runners right now. We didn't see any of the crazy harder tactics like we saw in other races where runners delivered both the key and 3 ropes at the same time. This is just good old clean, by the book, do the shortcuts one at a time. No tricks. But still very good paces for each runners. Living up to their pre-tournament hype. Both runners now in 1-3. Still no evidence of either a chest or a key. Shin is just a couple of gold short of compass. That would have been very helpful. But alright, Mike finds the key first. Then Shin finds right at the end of 1-3. So they're both entering 1-4 with the key at roughly the same time. Mike got hit with a dark level, and on the other hand, shinGraywords has a couple of extra resources to work with. He's also going to spend a bomb and some time to grab the paste from Giant Spider. Pretty good. Pretty good. Wow, Mike is pretty impressively juggling both the torch and the key here. Making no time in this dark level. And they're once again heading to the next split, just about, let's say, 2 seconds apart here. Slight advantage to shinGraywords because the extra bombs, the extra HP, and the sticky. Oops. Mike finds an extra bag of bombs as well, so getting close to each other on resources as well. Pretty hype, guys. Pretty hype. This is nice because I don't have to cheer for anyone to die. They're both doing so well and so evenly matched that the chaos is happening just naturally as a result of them doing well and matching each other's pace. Both on 2-3, but Mike's able to finish a little bit earlier. Shin's being very careful around spikes. Can't blame him. Right now, any sort of death here would be, let's say, a maybe 4-minute 20 time loss. Again, another tricky level for Mike. So he's burning some of his ropes, and it's not over yet. The hell it is 2-4. On the other side, shinGraywords gets a Tiki Village, everyone's favorite thing to do with a key split. Again, taking his time, but I don't know about the. Oh God! So he essentially killed 4 or 5 cavemen with a single spike, whipping them all at the same time. Spends some time, burns the rope to grab some ice or some spike boots, which will be helpful in the ice caves. Meanwhile, this is a pretty long level though. This is about gonna be about 50 seconds by the time he exits. So Mimi's been able to get 2 full levels deep into the ice caves. Oh no! Oh no! He takes fall damage in the key, falls into the abyss. A huge lead opening up for Shin. Let's see if he notices and starts to take it slow. Very unfortunate for Mimi, but as we've seen, one death in the key split isn't necessarily enough to end a runner's chances. We've seen a couple of 30-minute runs and upwards advance in the tournament. One example of that was Patches the other day, but no comment. Shin finds a very late jetpack. It's worth it. It's going to help him in the temple levels later after he's able to deliver this key. Nice little refresher on resources. But yeah, for now, all eyes are on shinGraywords. He's probably got about a 4-minute at least advantage. All he has to do is lock in this key delivery, and he'll have several chances at Olmec, or at least the jungle state or the temple stages, without any competition from Mike. So everything in his hands. He just needs to take it a little slow. This is a tricky exit, or it would have been, except the shopkeepers were murdered by the hired hand. Good news on Mike's hand in terms of his ability to come back here. He finds both the key and a jetpack without that much difficulty. Assuming, yep, he can make it out. Shin delivers the key, so just has to get through the temple here, and he'll have, again, probably about 4 minutes to mess around in the temple before Mike is able to catch up, even if he plays perfectly. That jetpack added a little bit of pressure, but there's still just so much ground for him to make up here. He's also got enough resources in the jetpack, so doing the very simple cascade finish is in his future if he's able to make it through. Taking his time, making his own safer routes to the exit. Very solid play by Shin. Can't blame him for this. Yep, okay, good. He takes another safe way to get to the 4-2 exit. He is down to 5 bombs, so that means he can spend a little more time getting bombs above Olmec, but unfortunately, as I'm talking about Shin, Mike falls for the second time on the key split. So, again, all eyes on Shin to see if he's able to make it through on his first time. He's looking for a pretty good time if he's able to do, let's say, a 26-second fight in Olmec here. Oh, he needs more bombs, so I guess 40 seconds is more realistic if he's able to find a bomb bag. Alright, he actually goes for the standard save strats rather than the full cascade. And the cascade seems like it was successful. I don't have the audio on, so I can't tell if there's a one-tile gap at the bottom, but Olmec exit is open, and he is out. Shin finishes at 23-25, good enough to beat Mike. Meanwhile, Mike is back in the mines working on that key delivery. See if he plays this through for a time PB or whether he just opts to move on to the next race.